Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to show you how I made my concrete curb. Cost about $50 to make it. It was real easy to do. Made it in my front yard. About $20 worth of wood, $15 worth of concrete, $8 of rebar, and then I bought this tub to mix the concrete in. That thing was like $6. So, show you how I did it. I'm really glad that I made it. I'm using it almost every time I skate because my skate park doesn't have anything mellow. Everything's like 30 feet tall. So I got a cool curb that I can use as much as I want. And no one can kick me out because it's my house. And no one can yell at me except for my wife, but that's my problem. So I'm going to show you how to make it. And please click like and subscribe. All right. This is the mold so far. It's two 1x6s and then a 1x4, which is actually 3.5 or 3.25 or something like that. You can see so far, that's all I've done so far. I've drilled them together as best as I could with the little bit of twist in the wood, but I don't care. It's gonna give it some character. Lined it up pretty good on this side, so this side is where we'll have to make some adjustments. I'm gonna either trim that off or throw something in there. I'll figure it out later. So on the side where the wood was flush, I just drilled something in there as tight as I could. And then the other side, I popped a 2x4 in the gap. That piece on the bottom was $4. These side pieces, there was no price. I thought it was $7. They were $9. So it's $21 worth of wood. A couple screws so far. We're gonna throw in some rebar and then pour the concrete. Or rebar's going in while I'm pouring the concrete. Okay, got one of these friggin' things to mix. It's like $7 for one of these plastic bins. This is bag number 1. I'm sure it's going to leak a little, but let's see what happens. Looking pretty full after one bag already, so I think it's maybe going to be 3 total. I'm going to put a little more and then throw in the rebar. I got 2 4-foot pieces of rebar. Going to wire together. Put a little more concrete. Try to get these bad boys in the middle as possible. Keep pulling. Alright, so it was 2.5 bags, and I'm not gonna bother trying to top it off. I just smacked it down with a 2x4. Just take a 2x4 and know what I mean? Like, here, this spot looks like it could use some more love. Just knock the rocks down. But honestly, I'm gonna grind and paint and wax this when it's done, so it really doesn't matter. Just don't want to, you want to deal with as little rocks as possible. This problem, the area doesn't want to finish perfectly smooth. That's fine. We'll see what happens, bruh. Alright, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. I guess it's been like, I don't know, 16, 17 hours. You can see it's not butter smooth, but we did a pretty fast job. Plan is just gonna take a grind wheel or a rub brick and just get it butter smooth, paint it, and get it icy with wax, and see how it looks. I'm assuming when I get it in a place I like, I'm gonna liquid nails it to the driveway because I own this property. You can see it was kind of pasty, and I wanted, like, everywhere it kind of, the rocks tap down easily, but here it was pasty. Just gonna grind it out. But so I was looking, I'm gonna water it in a second because you're supposed to water your concrete. Word on the street. So we'll do that shortly. Alright, we're just about 48 hours old. I picked this puppy up and moved it over by my driveway for the unveiling / unscrewing. So, shall see. Here's a shot of the mess that was left behind, not much. you know, pick it up, it's not a big deal. It's always safety first. I'm in Florida, so I have no shirt or shoes on. Okay. Alright, there was one screw I couldn't get, so I gotta do this side. Oh, come on, man. Okay, we got it out to form. Really happy with how it looks. It's gonna need a little bit of love here with the grinder or the rub brick, depending what happens here. Really happy with it. Now it just needs some paint and some wax. Don't, you guys don't tell my wife this shit is here. I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay, and then we'll see. I'm happy with the weight. If it moves around, I'll liquid nails it. Real happy with it so far.
I'll get it better.
It's
the first time I've ever used this thing.
This is like a big ass grinder. That shit's way different now. That shit's butter smooth, bro. It's pretty much done. I'll just say this shit's that shit's rough right there.
Now that's a curve.
Okay, found the spot where I like it. I just did a 4-ounce tube of dry nails, liquid nails. Threw it under there because there's a little gap in the front because the driveway is not as flat as something that's perfectly straight. So didn't take into account the curve of my driveway. So that's part of the fun of learning. So put some liquid nails under there, add $4 to the budget. Now we're gonna spray paint it real quick, put some clear on it, but that's the spot. Okay, I packed in some concrete here for a cheater ramp to get up. This side too, ain't that pretty, but we'll paint it, rub brick it, all that stuff. Should be fine at the end. Okay, here's the concrete from yesterday. It was sagging when I was tapping in the rocks. It would get too liquid-like and then it would sag here. So I figure I'm just gonna leave it all chunky with the rocks and we're gonna come back with that friggin' industrial grinder and make it all buttery. Are you snaking my shot, bro? It's Storm Shadow. Did it on this side too. This side I got it better, like under the cracks and stuff, and I shoved like some big roofing nails and 2 Tapcons in this side, and then this side I did a poor job. Like I should have really forced it in there and it was a little dry this part of the batch, so I think I'm gonna come back with liquid nails and shove liquid nails in there before I paint it again. Come on, bruh. And then still it's waxy as fuck. I'm gonna take the wax off Then I think maybe put some like house paint or something. Alright, we grinded down the rough concrete and then hit the top again, which took off, you know, whatever wax. Then I painted it and waxed it, and we skated it. And you can see Kingpin took a chunk of paint out here, just like messing it took the paint off. It was definitely better to skate on when it was just the spray enamel spray paint clear with wax on it. It was way icier than paint with wax. Paint with wax is still good, but concrete, spray enamel, and wax was a way icier formula, if that's what you desire. Bitch is waxing. So anyways, in summary, having a curb is fun. I've progressed a lot since I have my own curb in my front yard, and I can skate on an obstacle anytime I want without having to leave my house. I'm only 10 months into skating again. Since my return, I stopped skating when I was 6 years old, and waited a million years, and I just started skating again. And like I said, I'm 10 months in. I think I'm all right, man. Got to put more time in. You know, it's how many hours. You know, someone could be skating for 3 hours. If they skate 2 hours a month, you know what I mean? It's whatever. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't act like that. Anyways, I hope you like my curb movie. I hope you make one. And that's it, bro. Why didn't you make a curb yet? What's taking so long?